Welcome back, everyone. It's Abdallah here with another exciting episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. On today's episode, we're going to talk to you guys about updates that just recently happened. So, if you guys are excited for it, definitely smash that like button, share the video with a friend, and of course, log in so that you guys take advantage of these. So, without further ado, let's jump in. Now that the Deep Devotion and the other hero banners are gone, rest in peace my chances of getting Takumi. We have a new banner, which is very good for all of you fans of Sacred Stones and Fire Emblem, the Genealogy of the Holy War. So, yeah, we've got a couple different units over here. It's called Family Bonds. So we got brother and sister units. Let's jump in. Let's talk about the different units. Let's analyze all of their moves and tactics. And I'll also go over everything that you need to know about the upcoming quests so that you maximize on all of your gains within the app. So, let's jump into it. Taking a look at appearance rates over here. Unfortunately, I was victim to like a 6% on the previous banner, and now that's gone. So that kind of stinks. I kept on rolling and rolling and rolling, but I couldn't get Takumi, which is kind of bad. But the more that you roll on these banners, the higher chances of you getting one of the focus characters and or a 5-star. So that's really good. So that's the appearance rate. Let's take a look at the details. So for those of you guys who are aiming to get Takumi or Hector, one of the top 2 best units in the game, don't lose out on hope because they're still in the crank or the gacha. So let's take a look around. These are the focus characters that you most likely will get if you put in the rolls, 3% maybe? So this goes on all the way until the 27th, which is right before the end of February. So Eirika, Seliph, Ephriam, and Julia. So those are good units. We'll go into exactly all their attacks and personal buffs in a little bit. But just taking a look around, these are all the 5-star units that you guys can see. Notable ones, you can still get Marth, you can still get Ryoma, Lyn, Lucina. Those are the top tier sword lords over there. You can also get Tiki and Tharja. Those are all really good. You can absolutely still get Azura and Abel and Effie. Those are like the top 3 blue units. And Lindy, yeah, you can also get Lindy, which is a super rare, very good unit. As far as greens go, you can still get Hector, you can still get Camilla, yeah, and then absolutely you can still get Takumi and Kagero, which are the best colorless units to date. So just taking a look at it, and then of course we have the other ones, 4 stars. You can pretty much go through this entire list to see if you're aiming for anyone. And those are really the units that you want to aim for, just the ones that I named above. So you can get a lower star ranked Camilla or a lower star ranked Kagero, but Takumi only comes in 5 stars for all of you guys wondering. So man, one day. So here we go, we get some 3-star units. Nothing really to write home about. And of course, you guys can see over here, 5 times with no 5 stars. You actually increase every time you do it. So that's pretty decent. About duplicates, warning about appearance rate changes, summoning requires orbs. Yes, it does. Alright, so we're going to close it, and we're going to take a look exactly at the new update. You guys can click right over here on that bulletin board and learn more about it. So new heroes are indeed here. New heroes have joined Fire Emblem Heroes. These brother and sister heroes are now available in a 5-star summoning focus. Ephriam and Eirika from Sacred Stones, and Seliph and Julia from Genealogy of the Holy War. For a limited time, paralog maps, family ponds, and related special quests are available. So that's pretty awesome. I do appreciate that. So we can actually take a look at their information. But before we go into that, here's game update news. This is a very small section. Right over here, it's very important because as an app game, the developers at Intelligent Systems and whoever is helping develop the app, they're actually listening to us. They're listening to us as the consumer in order to make this app game even better. We all complained about the super high cost of feathers to rank up a 4-star unit to a 5-star unit. You need 20,000 feathers. So everyone lashed out against that. Nintendo, Intelligent Systems, everyone read that feedback, and they just gave up straight up 10,000 feathers to all of us that logged in. So that's a really good step in the right direction. Now, a lot of us are complaining about stamina usage, that our stamina bar is only at 50 stamina, which goes by really quick if you're going in the high stratums of all of the different training levels. Or if you're trying Lunatic Chapter 8, Lunatic Chapter 9, you need to use 2 potions to do in one sitting. which is kind of crazy, but I mean, that's how app games are. But Nintendo is the one to break the mold. I hate it when everyone says, well, that's what an app game is. You know, you should be thankful for it. You know, no, Nintendo should break the mold, make this game even better so that we don't drop off out of boredom because we can't play the game. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to step off my soapbox. Look at this right here. So the app release bonus period will be extended to 3/14. That means that every single day that we log in, we're going to continue getting orbs, which is amazing. That's very generous. So thank you for that. Worldwide launch celebration will be extended indefinitely, so stamina cost for the training tower will stay halved, and equipping skills will remain at 0. That's amazing. When I found out at the beginning of the game that you had to use stamina to equip skills, I was like, this is ridiculous. And then I looked at the training tower, and like some of the training tower was really, really expensive. But now all of it is going to stay at half indefinitely. So that is amazing for all of you guys trying to raise up your units. Rewards will be added to the training tower between Monday and Tuesday. So that means that in their training tower schedule, every single day had rewards minus Monday for some reason. I don't know why they did that. So if you're training on a Monday and you're going through leveling up your units, you're not going to get any badges or great badges. You're just going to get the experience. So they've kind of noticed that, and now they just added it. You're going to get some rewards. And this is also a good one here. Units will be able to earn experience when defeating foes that are much lower levels. This change is planned for early March. So that's really good. I mean, I'm one where I thought my game was glitched when I was playing through the game, and a lot of you guys in the comment section were like, no, if you're 5 levels higher, you're not going to gain any experience. And I'm like, well, that's kind of garbage. That's not Fire Emblem. You know, I'm used to playing Fire Emblem where, you know what, if you want even the littlest bit experience and you want to grind that unit even further, you just kill a bunch of weak dudes, right? So this is very good. This is all great information for us fans of Fire Emblem Heroes, all right? So thank you, Intelligent Systems. We totally needed that. I'm glad. All right, so moving on, we talked about the game update. Let's actually take a look at these characters that you can get from the Crank now. I call it Crank because I play a Yokai Watch and it's Wibble Wobble. It's called the Crank, or the Gotcha. Anyway, so here's Restoration Lord Ephriam. Now, Ephriam is going to be a blue unit. He's infantry, so keep that in mind. He'll be only moving 2 spaces, super weak against Kagero, and anyone else that's green to take care of him. Let's see, Prince of Renee's, Eirika's twin, cares deeply for his sister. His confidence has sometimes put him in danger, appears in Sacred Stones. So this is cool, because he has a specific sacred weapon called the Siegmund, and with that, you get a free, like, rally at the beginning of their turn. It's kind of like Hone Attack, where if you're standing next to him at the beginning of the turn, he's going to boost up his partners next to him for 3 attack. Really good. Moonbow has a cooldown of 2, which is amazing, because every single time that you attack, or every other time that you attack, depending on his speed, you can absolutely do 30% more damage, which is good. Steel Defense, after combat, foes suffer as defense -7 through its next actions, which is very good if you're able to level that up. And of course, Threaten Defense. Inflicts 5 defense on foes within 2 spaces through their actions of their next turn. So, his Siegmund is a sacred twin with Eirika's Sieglinde. Team up with allies for a fierce strike. So, he's a pretty good team player. He's not like, I would say he's not super selfish in a way. I would totally use him as kind of like a pseudo-tank. Depending on how your rolls are with his defense and his HP, you can pretty much lead him into enemy territory, allow the enemy to come over and attack you, and by attacking you, they will suffer the defense -7. Now, Seal defense -7 and Threaten defense -3, they don't stack. So you're going to get one or the other, and that's kind of lame. I would have liked to seen doing Seal defense and Threaten defense at the same time so that they have -10 defense, and then anyone, even Olivia, can come up to him and knock him out. I would have liked to seen that, but that's not the case. So, I mean, the best that he can do to positively buff your team is going to be the Siegmund attack +3, and if he's taking hits, all the people that attack him will suffer -7 defense if you have Seal defense +3. So here we go. We have Eirika now. Eirika, pretty awesome. Very good character in Sacred Stones. Princess of Renai. Ephraim's twin. Cares deeply for her brother. Her kindness has sometimes put her in danger. Appears in Fire Emblem the Sacred Stones. Okay. So, like the Siegmundi, what was it? Siegmund. Siegmund, Siegfried, Siegbert. She has the Sieglinde, and that is it's the exact same weapon. It gives you your adjacent allies a +3 attack. So think of it like a rally attack or a hone attack built into your weapon, which is amazing. She's also got pivot, which is super good as far as movement. So if you have a unit that's like 2 spaces away and you use your movement and then you pivot to the other side of them, you can gain 4 spaces, which is make or break when it comes to gaining ground. Also, not only does she have pivot, but she's got drag back. And I know that Nino is really good for drag back. So, well, actually, Nino has a different drag back. Anyway, this is the different drag back. This is, if you initiate attack, you will actually drag them to you. I think that's, I don't know, is that better? It's different. It's different than Nino's, but you have to initiate the attack, and provided that they survive, and you survive the encounter, you can actually bring them with you so that your ranged units that are slightly out of the way can finish them off. So, I don't know about that. Usually it's one-turn victories in the arena. Like, you either double them or you get doubled. So, I don't know how useful dragback is going to be. Hone speed is really good. Grants adjacent allies +4 speed through their next actions at the start of each turn. She's already looking like a Sharina right now, because not only if you stand next to them at the beginning of the turn are they going to get attack +3, they're going to get speed +4 if you get hone speed 3, which is really good. I mean, speed +4 can make or break a double in an exchange. So her Sieglinde is a sacred twin with Ephriam Siegmund. Teams can really benefit from this on the battlefield. Now, she's a red unit, a red sword unit. I mean, how does she compare to Lucina or Crom or even Marth? I don't know. She's more of the, like, buffer, and that's really good for the team. But 1v1, I don't know. I think that Lyn beats her. I think that Lucina can beat her, because Lucina has a Falchion, and that's really good in the arena, especially against all, like, the Tikis that are around. Anyway, next unit is going to be Seliph over here, the Heir of Light, Infantry, Red Sword. As if the arena doesn't need any more Red Sword Lords. Inheritor of the Sacred Sword, Turfing, a savior in his time but dislikes battle. Julia's half-brother, appears in Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. Okay, so Turfing, strong weapon, grants defense in battle if your unit's under 50%. Okay, now these kind of skills, they're pretty situational, because if you're in an arena and you're under 50%, you know, it doesn't really happen that often. And, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but my battles that I play, it's like, okay, we're either going to kill this guy or get killed by them. There's rarely a time where we survive. But, I mean, you never know. You never know. Depends on his stats, and I don't have his raw stats available because it's too early to tell. He's got rally speed, which is amazing, because that's a good buff for your teammates. He also has HP +5, so makes him a little bit more bulky. Brash Assault, so automatically makes a follow-up at less than 50. And attacking a foe that can counter. Okay, so that's decent. So pretty much he's kind of like Lyn, in a way, where Lyn's prime is really when she's under half health. And getting her to under half health is really hard to do without killing her. So this hero can wield the Turfing, which raises defense in dire times. Use it for a surprise comeback. Could work. Alright, so here we go. Julia, looking good. Now, there's not too many green mages out there. Nino is definitely my favorite, and one of the top-tier green mages in the game. I would say Julia, maybe you can contend. Let's take a look. Inheritor of the Book of Naga, Selip's half-sister is by a different father. Gentle, her faces her destiny with strength, appears in Fire Emblem Genealogy of Holy War. Okay, so taking a look, she has Naga. The Naga Tome, effective against dragons, and you get a defensive and resistance boot every time you attack, which is great. So you get a +2 defensive resistance every time you attack, and it's effective against dragons. So that's going to be the dragon killer, similar to the Falchion users, Crom, Marth, Lucina. Dragon Fang, I don't know, it depends on how bulky you are. Dragon Fang has a cooldown of 4 hits. Depending on how speedy and bulky you are you honestly going to rack up that 4 cooldown in the arena? I don't know. That's like how Gale Force, Gale Force is really hard to rack up in the arena, because how often are you going to attack 5 times in order to proc it? Resistance +3 is pretty decent, and Breath of Life, we've seen that with Felicia. If you initiate attack, adjacent allies recover 7 HP after combat. So, pretty decent, pretty decent. I like the fact that she's got super effective damage against dragons. That's really good. You see a lot of Tikis online. This hero can learn to wield light magic, Naga. Its incredible power is a threat to all dragons. That's going to be really good. And it says you can help heroes learn skills by going to allies, then learn skills. Some skills have to be learned after raising their hero rating. Heroes might have already learned some basic skills when they join your team, which is cool. So that's awesome. So that is pretty much the summary of all the new characters in the summon area over here. Now keep in mind, you will absolutely need 5 orbs in order to summon. I've got 4 right now. I spent a lot of mine on the previous banner, and I didn't get Takumi. So you bet that if I do summon, I'm going to be aiming for white. I don't even care. I don't need any of these units for my team personally, but I know a lot of you guys may enjoy having your fan favorites there. So before we end off the episode, let's take a look at quests that you guys can compete in the next round of, next couple days. So we already know about the arena quests. We already know about the February quests. Now we know about shards and crystals. And now here are some brand new quests that you can do. And they're pretty situational. It's not like you're getting orbs off of this, which is, I don't know, good and bad. If you did manage to pull Ephriam, Eirika, Seliph, Julia, you can actually defeat enemies with them, and you'll get free Great Badges. Great Badges are used to evolve a 4-star unit into a 5-star unit, along with 20,000 feathers. And as you guys can see over here, I'm about halfway through it. Make sure that you guys play in the arena every single time. So, yeah, that's kind of situational. I'm kind of bummed out about that because I'm personally not going to be aiming for them. Kind of stinks. But what can you do? There's also some other tasks, and these tasks are for the paralogs, which are really cool, and I'll go into that directly after this. Clear Paralog 1 with a red-type ally on your team. Awesome. Clear Paralog 1-2 with a bow user on your team. Clear Paralog 3 with a mounted ally on your team. Paralog 1 with a blue-type ally on your team. Paralog 1 on hard. Paralog 1-2 on hard with a green type, use a dagger user. And then this one with the flying ally on your team. And of course, 1-2 on hard, use a red tome user on your team. So, depending on how far along your units are, those are going to be pretty fun paralogs to go through and earn an extra orb, an extra dueling crest, an extra stamina, extra whatever, heart of revive, max revive. And then of course some random shards. I mean, we don't really need the shards too often, but go for it. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, head on over here. We're going to take a look at the story maps. Now this is the first time that we have paralogs activated. Travel to other worlds and meet heroes you won't find anywhere else. Let's click on that. And of course, if you play Paralog 1, you can play all of these levels here. Now, taking a look at the leveling over here for normal, it's pretty easy. And every time you play it, you'll earn additional orbs. And they've already confirmed that there's hard mode for these. So if you think about it, there's 3 orbs. And then if there's hard mode, there's an additional 3 orbs. So you can get 6 orbs. If you beat the quest, you can get another orb for 7. And if there's lunatic mode along with this, then what will we do? Will we be able to get an additional 3 orbs for a total of 10? I don't know. Plus the login bonuses. So the game is being pretty generous right now. If you guys are interested in the story maps of the Paralog family bonds, I will absolutely do them on my channel. We're going through the main story right now. We're playing them all in legendary, or not legendary mode, lunatic mode. We've done every single one, so I highly encourage you guys to take a look at that. Other than that, special maps, really nothing's happening over here. If you didn't get a chance to claim your Virion, go ahead and do it. If you've already claimed your daily unit on hard mode and on normal mode, you can't claim the unit again. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping to get a lot more units of the same one so I can merge them together to make them stronger. So definitely take a look at the special maps. But like I said, for these quests that we have to do, we only have 11 days from this recording. So keep that in mind. 11 days from now is going to be the 26th. 26th. So keep that in mind. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. If you guys enjoyed this update, which was a lot more detailed than I wanted it to be, well, actually, you know, that was fine. if you like the amount of detail that I put into these, because it takes a lot of thought and knowledge of the game in order to make these episodes, definitely share the video with a friend and smash that like button. We're going to continue on with even more Fire Emblem Heroes, so I really hope that you guys would have some additional time to check out my full-on walkthrough of the game. We play it on all the difficulties, and you guys can catch that right over here. If you guys want some more tips and tricks videos, you guys can click right over here to enjoy some of those updates and everything like that. You guys can watch the newest video on my channel there, and if you guys want even more Fire Emblem, definitely click on that subscribe button. We got a whole slew of Fire Emblem coming at you. We've got Fire Emblem Echoes in May, and then Warriors when it comes out, so there's loads of Fire Emblem content on the channel. I highly suggest you take a look at it. So, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.